we had massive meals with tons of people, and my grandmother was a cook, like a serious cook, Bessie. She was also the kindest person I've ever known, for sure, without a doubt. Least judgmental, nicest, just warmest person. And I think that's partly why my dad is the way he is, because his father was kind of a son of a bitch, actually. Not the nicest person, really. Very judgmental, racist. Just kind of a bitter guy. And not particularly fun to be around. I mean, he wasn't a complete jerk. And there were times where he could be funny. But, you know, I always felt very guarded when he was in the room. Because he could just be mean for no good reason. And I think that he really respected my dad. That was clear. But I think that my dad had made some boundaries with him early on and just basically was willing to not engage with him. And so my grandfather was respectful to my father in a way that I didn't see him act toward anybody else, actually. And Dad has a story about he and my mom were building this house on the outside of town. And they were building it themselves, and Dad was coaching the football team there in Big Rapids where he grew up and played and was a kind of a hot shot and went to Central Michigan and played football. And I think in those days that was kind of the definition of successful, right? And married a pretty girl from nearby town and blah, blah. So they were building this house on the outskirts of town, and Grandpa was there and was ragging on Dad about something about like Dad had left a hammer somewhere that Grandpa didn't think. And he wasn't being particularly helpful. He was just standing on the ground kind of, you know, criticizing everybody. And apparently the way my mom tells it, Dad threw the hammer near Grandpa and said, "Listen, I'm done. So if you don't have anything nice to say or you're not going to be helpful, you should just leave. And don't come back really until you're going to be either kinder or helpful, because I'm done listening to your shit." And it changed their relationship is the way that I heard it. I don't know that I've ever really heard that story from my dad. I heard it from my mom.